Hi, it's Phil from Flybubble, and we've got the Volirium P1. It's a natty piece of kit. I really like it. It's a good size in the hand. It's got nice weight. It's quite thick, but it's not particularly tall, so it doesn't have that much bulk to it. There's a few things I really like about it. I like that the power socket is the same size as the phone and the Kindle, and charger, so it works with all like the USB stuff in the car. It works with the battery packs that I've got, all the chargers around the house. That really helps, and again, connecting it to the computer is really cool because it just works like a USB stick. So dragging and dropping files, putting your airspace on it, that sort of thing is really simple and really easy. You've got 3 buttons down the bottom, and they've got like a definite kind of clicky feel to them when you push them. They've got a longer function, so if you hold them for a little bit longer, you can do things like change the volume or go to the home screen. This is the XL wind page. There's different pages for different things. So this has got a large altimeter font, a large vario font. I've set this to have an average. And one of the things that's really cool about this is you can swap them around, and you can do that quite easily. So if we want the altitude further down, we can select indicator, put the altitude in there, and then we can put the vario up at the top. So we'd have to go on to the next page. So we go on to the next page, and we have our vario, and we can put the vario at the top. So you can swap things around, you can customize it up, and you can make it your own. So that's quite cool. The map page is really good as well. You can have all your airspace info on there. But again, if the page gets really cluttered and you just want to see your race or your route, then again you can go onto the airspace, you can configure it up, and you can take the airspace off. And again, you've got empty screen, and then you can just see your route. You can use it for navigating around airspace on an XC flight. You can use it for navigating around turn points. And when you have a route set, it gives you a dotted line to follow. And as your position changes relative to the point you want to hit on the cylinder, the dotted line moves too. So it's really intuitive to use in the air. The volume's quite nice. There's 5 different levels, and on the loudest setting, even going with like lots of draft going past, you can still hear it really clearly. So putting in turn points is really cool too. So when you're going into the preparation, you can go into your waypoints. If you want to add a waypoint, you can tick your plus, and then you can enter some coordinates. And then you can just track these off of like your phone or XC planner. You can copy the coordinates down, and again it's really easy to type these things in, and then you can pop them in. You can but again, it's so much quicker than like with some of the other instruments. You've got to like scroll through like 15 buttons to get to the M, then you've got to scroll through like 5 buttons to get to the E. You've got to scroll through another. This you can type. So again, that's it's such an easy thing to use.
Can you transfer like a XC file or like a XC planner file and just dump it straight onto the instrument, or do you have to actually go and put in all the numbers of the
you can drag the waypoints in. So from XC planner, you download, you come up with a little file, you'd save the waypoints in the waypoint format, and then you drag and drop that file with your computer straight into the instrument, and then the turn points would be there for you to use. So that's quite straightforward. But if you're just setting, you rock up to the hill and it's a nice day, you're going to say, right, well, we're going to fly over there, and that's the turn point we're going to aim at. You can have a little huddle on your map, and you can put in a turn point for your out and return. That's a lot simpler, just doing stuff on the fly. You can do a lot when you've hooked it up to your computer, but you don't have to hook it up to your computer. With some of the other instruments I've used, you really need the computer. And you spend all that time setting it up, you go flying, you find it's not right, you've got to go back and reset it, and it's just an ache. Whereas this is just really simple. I'm loath to words to use idiot proof, and I'm really not a techno person, and I genuinely really love this. It's great. The flight log's pretty cool. So you've got a track of your flights. When you're writing up, you can see all like your times and your durations. So that's quite handy to have in there. And again, it'll make the IGC files, so you don't need another program. You can just drag them straight out, put them straight in the league. And the Wi-Fi is quite cool as well. So when you're at home, you can turn the Wi-Fi on, and it'll just download an update for you as well. So that sort of stuff will work quite slick. So what we're going to do, we're just going to turn around, and you can see how readable the screen is in different lights. So with a bit of shadow or a bit of sun from an angle, so it's really kind of quite clear, and it's really quite a high contrast. I haven't really had a full-on go at the airspace yet, so I don't know for sure how it works with like airspace and warnings, because I haven't been into airspace. I've had it over the winter. They say that FLAM's coming. There isn't any way to kind of broadcast your position at the moment, So I like the idea of like live tracking and people knowing where you are. And I think when the flarm comes in, that'll be it. This will be the thing to have when the flarm comes in. Jörg, who's behind it, is pretty committed to making it work. And it, you know, from what I've seen of it so far, I think it's going to be really good. I really like it. It's easy to use. It's a compact size. Battery lasts for ages. It's dead simple to charge. Connects to everything I've got, and it's just easy to use. It's super simple. There's no like complex options. There's not a gazillion amount of choices. So yeah, love it.